Hello there and welcome back to Kraise Gamer Presents Vampire. Now we're going to pick up where we left off. I haven't actually played this for a few days. I've been keeping an eye on... I've been doing my XCOM 2 campaign. So I need to very quickly reach St Mary Church, convince Hoshua Shun to go back to Whitechapel. Okay. Let's have a look at where we are. Oopsie. Right. What's this? Oh, right, just a dead body with stuff in. Okay, fine. Okay, cigarette case. Okay, so yeah, again, picking up where we left off. Yeah. Last episode was a little bit quiet. At the moment, as I said before, all we're really doing is walking around and talking to people, so... Now, where do we need? 270 that way, 40... I just want to see where that indicator's leading me. District status serious. More stuff, more cigarette cases. Someone has a serious smoking problem. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, it's just a refill station. Fair enough. Now, my thoughts on the game so far. It is a very good game. I am a little bit disappointed with the, I suppose, lack of, vampire-y. I don't really want to be using I don't want to be using human weapons. I really want to kind of go for, just stick to the vampire abilities and vamp out everybody.
There is something going on in this district. I don't know what.
Oh, hopefully we're going to be able to go and chomp on that priest.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
Vicar Joseph Labrie.
You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
Okay, this is a personal matter. I have no need for a kind ear. I don't need company. We'll stick to the polite for now.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
Okay,
I've
so
words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest.
Ah, it
As
said it
you
the wrong way
seem
around.
quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
Yeah, let's tell him.
She was my sister.
Let's see how he reacts.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
It was an accident. A terrible, terrible accident.
Which is kind of true.
And how are you feeling, my son?
Guilty as hell.
She died because of me. How do you think I feel?
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
Now, do we say we want to find those responsible, or, you know, if it was your sister and you killed her, forgive me.
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Not entirely sure that's possible, considering my, my thing.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and us.
If you're sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, wherever you're from, come and see Dorothea to get help. No tricks, no charges, no questions asked. Just find Darius Petrus' house and present this coupon. Okay, it's her.
It does not concern God at all.
Quarantine. Keep out of this area. Okay. Let's remove that. Oh yeah, of course. That's what that marker was. Okay. Okay. Let's head that way. I can only imagine. That's the thing, everything costs blood. And you only have a small amount of it. Let's see what these dudes have. Okay, so there's nothing up here. That's fine. Need to find some rats at some point, though. So we're going to convince Sao Shun to go back to Whitechapel. But the thing is, for the life of me, I can't actually remember why. Which one is Sao Shung? None of these. Never mind then.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. I remember you.
Whoa, never seen this
Be
before.
gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Why
You
me?
Selected me. Chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
Sounds
This
like
has
witches.
something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity?
Either that or he
was
can
just
project.
projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Well, it's either that or you're going to kill some random person.
I have this thirst for blood.
Okay, well that's got us under control for the time being. And whoever we need to see is right there. Alright.
So many new graves. Why do I still feel so disconnected from the others then?
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiao Shun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Okay. Let's have a look. Who is she connected to? No one.
Have you recent
okay.
news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
This part of town is very fragile. I hope the trust so many people put in her will not be betrayed.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and
In other words, can I eat
but
you
I
and will
need
anyone
to be
notice?
here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
Sadness can be a terrible trap. It can entangle you and weaken your heart if you let it control your thoughts.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiao Shun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
Good question.
Spanish flu
Okay.
may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
You can always say goodbye now. That's what funerals are for.
You realize you can't stay here forever, don't you? Eventually you'll have to leave the cemetery.
Why? Why should I go? Since this is the only place I can find peace of mind.
But you're not dead. There is a difference between visiting the dead and
And
staying.
staying.
You
Yeah,
sound
absolutely.
like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's just say, I too have a good reason to visit cemeteries at night.
Please accept my condolences for your loss then, Dr. Reed.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No.
But I felt I should share it with you, since she is buried here too.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
You should go home now.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
No, careful, mate. You're going to get another date. Yeah, I think we're done here. Good.
Goodbye.
I'm not entirely sure what the point of this particular...
So many new graves. Though I still feel so disconnected.
Okay, let's have a look. Let's see what else we've got. I can't believe we're on chapter 3 already. Blimey. Okay. I haven't really had much use for merchants either. Let's have a look at my... Haven't got my ultimate yet. Now, yeah, we don't need that. Shadow Mist is quite fun. Okay. Damn it. Okay. Do you know what? I've forgotten how to lock onto them. No. So let's walk, toggle there, so control. So, control locks on. Oh, actually. V. That's what I was looking for. Why is someone in here? That's better. Now, what on earth is in here? Ah, it's a new hideout. Okay, that's fine. Don't really need it as of yet. You don't get XP for crafting stuff either, I assume. Good, more coins. Ah, brisk blood sample. Alright, okay, so there's two ways up there. Lots of rats. Where are we? There, okay. It's a blood trail. Oh, okay, it goes around there. Okay, cool. You can get out this way, right? Good, good. Damn it! I have to say, that strike is quite strong. It is one of my favourite things to do so far. The Shadow Mist is fine, but it, you know, just basically takes too long. You know what I mean? Good. That's him dead. And that's him dead. Good night, sweet prince. Now these guys in previous episodes gave me all sorts of different troubles, so I'm actually quite glad I'm able to come back and kick some ass.
Are you dead?
What's down here? And poof.
It's locked, all right.
Yeah, that's fine. Quarantine, contagious disease. Okay. Wasn't I down there to kill the werewolf that time? Now, from what that spectre... Yeah, we don't need to be down here. What that spectre was telling us is that this contagion has been cooked up. Or at least that's what I got out of it. This contagion has been cooked up, and I bet it's witches. It'd be quite cool to come across someone... Yep, nothing over there. Quite cool to come across someone that has abilities as well. Because at the moment, all we're doing, really, is fighting... you know, people with guns and knives. We did see that really big guy a little while ago. Looking forward to having a scrap with him at some point. Okay, so this place is stable. Upstairs. Okay, they're having an argument, clearly.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
Who's this wiggler?
Set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the guard.
And you can't hide from me.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
Keep eyeballing me, boy.
Very bad news. Bad news indeed.
Right, what's around here? Nothing of use.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We
Yep.
cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
I should go and have a look.
Very well. I'll help you.
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
It's alright, I'll kill all of them, no problem.
Do you really believe they would come for us here? In such a public venue?
McCallum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Yep, it's our mess. We gotta go and clean it up. Where is the little swine?
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
To be fair, we should have really realised that, you know, the vampire that we bring into our midst that has just had, well, basically become a feeding... that way. Yeah, we should have realised, really. I am not surprised by this turn of events.
It seems the Priwen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be...
Let's take a look at our... Drain your stamina to fade into the shadows and become invisible. No, don't need that.
more careful.
Fear no evil. We do the Lord's work here. Kill it!
Whoa, I can't move.
God walks with me.
Whoa, what the hell was that? Oh, I'm totally gonna... Oh, he's only got some extra abilities that the other guys haven't had. Let's follow this blood trail, see where it goes.
Steady, boys. We've got one of them. Eat this. Filthy piece of shit.
No swearing. I do like how computer games have become more realistic in the years. You know, you get swearing, sex, all sorts.
This is despicable.
Okay, aluminium powder and shards. Again, just for weapons. Not really interested in weapons.
Step back. Lead spot. Watch out, boys. Fuck is fast.
Yes, I am, aren't I? Boff. Goodbye, sweet prince. Okay. Eat him. Eat him. What the hell, man? Lovely. See, these vampire abilities are coming up trumps now. Okay. Quinine, clove essence. Very useful. I don't seem to find the need to use any of the, you know, kind of... No. Yeah, let's kill him first. Nope. Yeah, there we go. It is a powerful ability if you can get them to stay still long enough. But still. Grease. What have I got? Ah, damn, there's a quest over there. Never mind. Blimey, all this blood everywhere. Whew. Yeah, I need really to get my stamina up, because that's the only thing that's letting me down in fights at the moment. Stamina.
This is Braille. I need someone who can read this.
Who do we know that's blind? We have gone off the beaten track a little bit, so... do you know what?
You won't get me here. Get out! Come on, and I will show you how a wet book does business.
Whoa. That's him dead. Ah, damn it. Don't you dare. It keeps changing target, and it's really confusing me. I thought it was the mouse wheel that changed the targets, but something's going on that's... Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to quickly change... so, switch... melee weapon, nope. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's do that again, because what I want to do is quickly change. Okay. I shouldn't be having that problem anymore. Now. Who are you?
Are you
Sorry.
all right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
I hope you realize that staying here will put your life at great risk.
Pah! I'm not afraid of these guards of Priwen, or whatever these thugs call themselves. I can still kick some respect into those youngsters.
I wasn't specifically referring to them, but are you really after these men? Why?
They took my boy. I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang. So I decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
You've done well so far in that
But as I
bottle.
said, your life is at risk if you stay here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be nicer, let's say. Perhaps you're right. This isn't the best way to save Andrew.
Or getting yourself killed. No, absolutely not. He's relatively healthy. Ugh, like 2000 XP. What's this? Okay. Ugh. I'm giving serious consideration to eating that person. Just so that you're aware. I just want to have a look around up here because I've not been in here before. Whoa. Dear Mother, what happens to me, always remember that your son loves you. I know you did not always approve of the way I chose to live my life, but I won't change. I was born and raised in this part of town, and I just can't stand what's happening to my neighbourhood, to people we know. I recently made a terrible decision. I decided to strike back against the tyranny of a few. I know that they will retaliate, but I'm ready for whatever comes. Thanks to you, I've always loved to read. Now that I'm able to take action, I can only quote Etienne delle Botti. Okay, Etienne delle Botti. They only seem tall because we're on our knees. I won't kneel anymore. Mother, I intend to stand straight, whatever the cost. Goodbye, my beloved mother, Jack.
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Maybe I should return this watch to his family.
The thing about the collectibles in this particular game, they, you know, I always prefer a very, especially when you're a vampire, a very, silver mirror, a very hands-on-y kind of approach.
Are you sure you'll be able to reach the docks alone?
Young man, I am perfectly capable.
I don't want to
defending
use
myself.
guns. Alright. Screw you then. You are a prime target for eating, mate, I'm telling you, but I have a feeling something will happen later on down the line for keeping you alive. Yeah, that's fine. I need to go back and go the other way. Blimey.
Hypocrites, all of them.
Who are you?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
I don't really care, to be honest, but
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
okay. No one
Is there
deserves your
one who
leniency.
deserves your leniency, then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
Nope. Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Blimey, this guy's a very angry individual.
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum. That's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Okay.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
Okay.
Do you require medical assistance?
That's something I didn't expect to hear again. A doctor concerned with the health of his patients. Yeah. I could use some help. On several matters, in fact.
Now, let's have a look at you. He's at the top of the tree here. Yep. Certainly going to eat you. Look at that. 3,000 XP. See, the thing is, the worse you are with this game,
I will see you later. Any chance you can help me find Sean Hampton?
The sad saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually, that's confidential.
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watts will gladly answer you.
You are a very
Goodbye,
miserable
Mr.
person.
Fishburne.
Hypocrites, all of them. Maggots and liars.
Very upset individual. There's the other hideout.
He's got no idea who she's dealing with.
Who are you?
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
No wonder people are miserable in this
What do you
area.
want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I don't have any money for you leeches.
I'm not here for charity, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
Oh yeah, well, let's see what
Can I
you
see
got.
what you have to sell.
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
I can upgrade that. Or I can upgrade it to that after I'm done. So, tiny common handle part. If you have any tiny common handle parts, I'll certainly have them. So she's got 2. How much money have I got? 536. Let's buy that as well. Do I have any springs? 12. Okay.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
Oh, she's a bit more friendly this time. Let's have a look. Okay, still using your husband?
Use your husband's name, Edwina. Why is that?
Why shouldn't I? He may be a bloody bastard, but I'm still his wife, and his name means something round here.
Are you aware of what happened to him?
Yes. I'm sure he fought till the end and looked death in the eyes. The boys will mourn him. Except one of them, maybe.
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt,
Okay.
aren't you?
I like
Business
people
proposition.
who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
Destiny.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
No, I'm just
Fair
a
enough.
mass murderer.
Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt or worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
Booth Bigby.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Thinking of someone in
You
particular.
sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the grave diggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
No, not at all.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
Well, how about you respond to this violence and threat?
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
As was the time.
What happened exactly?
I don't know and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway.
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our territory, and this is our law.
Do you know what? Not for much longer. I'm going to make it my solemn vow to get rid of you lot.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed, when used properly.
So you decide who lives and who dies, just like that.
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's my way of dealing with troublemakers.
Oh, she's healthy. 3,000 XP as well. Okay.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
Don't lie
Sad
to me.
saint. I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
I'm going to be back for you.
Without the wet boot keeping things straight, these parts would be running completely amok.
Mark my words, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
That's what he just said.
Creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back, and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then
Interesting.
vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night.
Good evening,
Your
sir.
whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know
I
where
don't really want to get into a conversation with this guy.
I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me that?
Tom.
The sad saint. I'll try asking Tom what's about him.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the...
The thing is, you have to like try and talk to everybody to get hints
I love
about
this
other
neighborhood.
people.
So friendly. So joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then. Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
Go on then.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it, and now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
How about you drink up a bit then?
It's okay.
Or sober up a bit rather.
If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is, I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night, and then I drink some more.
You don't work at all then.
At all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am Doc.
Okay.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this?
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly, so joyful.
Surely you must.
Let's see if these open up any of the hints.
Expectations when you were young.
But I'm very much done with this conversation.
I wanted things to change. To really change. And to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Okay.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
So you were the one that blew the bomb up?
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor. Make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Who are your comrades?
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not
Yeah,
believe in
possible.
much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
You're literally talking to a vampire. Let's have a look.
Inebriation aside, do you need medical help?
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
Let's help him out.
Take
I've got
this,
some.
then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
Goodbye.
Mr. Delaney.
I might eat you to put you out of your misery. Now you.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or
Oh,
strange
he's a
events
lively one.
recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
Dude,
A vampire hunter?
look into my eyes.
Really?
What do you see?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Poor boy.
Yes, I did. I was there.
It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol
am I.
late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
You have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
So you want to spread panic?
Me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
So you hunt alone?
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
For sure. Yeah, you're not going to know where Stronghampton is, and nor am I going to alert you to it.
Mr. Throckmorton.
Boo! Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and... I need to go and speak to Tom. He's in that... Yeah, that's fine. Right. Small bag of junk. I'll also recycle that. Got plenty of that. Yeah, because... Okay, got plenty of all that. Plenty of all that. Rivets. Okay. Now, if I'm right... Good handle parts I need. Okay, so that's upgraded now. Let's have a look at... Because if I can, I want 2 of everything. So I've basically got 2 of everything apart from 2 of cure of pneumonia, and I need codeine and potassium pomegranate. Ooh. Okay. So we've got a new recipe which increases stamina regeneration by 100%. Yeah, that's useful actually, because stamina regeneration is a real issue for me at the moment. I keep getting hit because okay. Okay, that's that. And no, can't do that yet. 2,000, jeez. 1,300, 1,000. Shadow Vow we don't need. What about you? So it branches off into 2. So you've got explodes has increased range of damage, or the shadow will pull in a single place. All targets within this area are struck constantly by slithering of darkness, causing them to bleed. Oh, directly absorb the blood. Nice. 2,000 for that. So we need 5,000 just for that. Okay, let's confirm that. So they're stable. Oh, let's come down to serious. That's stable and it is. So we got 2 serious, 2 stable. Alright, fine. Okay, that'll do for now. I'll leave that there. Thank you very much for joining me. Not the most eventful of episodes, but still, never mind. What I'm going to do on the next episode, we're going to go and talk to Tom. So I've left that for the next one, and then we can carry on from there. So, yeah, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you on the next one. Good luck.